Hey guys, it's your favorite Talk TV show live on Parental TV with your favorite host, Oluwadamilare. This is myself and
Omokinde.
yeah, beautiful. And on today's beautiful show, we have with us a very special guest to contribute to today's topic.
Yeah,
lovely, beautiful, so smart. She's got everything, and she's gonna be contributing to today's topic. You want to know her name? What's her name, please?
My name is Ajaya Detutu.
So beautiful, princess. Wow, I'm sure you guys are going to love today's topic. I bet you will. So there's a trending video online about a 16-year-old who went to club and was disciplined by her uncle.
Don't go to a shower. What do you want to do? At 16 years old. At 16 years old, you don't still need to do a shower. I mean, I'll beg you. Son, they talk, we'll continue our business. Son, that's what they follow you. You can't leave me. Son! What you want?
Now, some see that action as violence, child abuse.
I see it as violence.
But I see it as an act of correcting a young girl.
That is not an act of
mistake.
correcting.
This uncle was seen punishing the girl, and he says in the video she was trying to become a prostitute in her ways as such a young.
Don't go to a shower. What do you want to do? At 16 years old. At 16 years old, you don't still need to do a shower. I mean, I'll beg you. Son, they talk, we'll continue our business. Son, that's what they follow you. You can't leave me. Son! What you want?
The act of abusing a child. He doesn't believe that that measure is right, is good enough for that kind of thing.
You said he was using iron, have you?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but it looks like iron.
Whatever it is, and that's child abuse. If you want to correct your sister or your child concerning a particular thing, there are other ways to correct. If we sit down and talk some sense into her head, if we give her some punishment, but look at the scenario. She was on the floor, and it was like on her using whatever it was using to beat her. At that moment, do you think she will learn?
I believe she will. She's a young girl, 16 years old.
She won't learn. She won't learn. She's just feeling the pain. I mean, like, okay, after beating me for kilos, another beating again. Then she can just go back there and do whatever she has done.
That kind of beating is different. That kind of beating is different from giving your hand.
Sure, can you talk me? Talk with Joku. You will say some words where if they touch your skin, it's more than kin. Not everything, they are not goats. You beat a goat now to leave a place, the goat will come back to that same place because I will pay, should be just to, like I said, if you use cane on goats, they will still go back to that place. If at that process he was correcting the girl, or which he believed he was doing that, what if she had died?
But she didn't. He was merely flogging the girl. I mean, why should a 16-year-old... You know, I saw a movie recently. Before you go to club, for young children, they ask for their IDs before they can be allowed.
IDs don't forge.
Exactly, they forge the ID to enter. You understand? Why should a child of 16-year-old...
I'm not saying she go to the club is the right thing. What I was saying here was that even though you go to, if you want to punish her and correct her for what she had done, there are other ways. What if at that process she had died or she had fainted?
But she didn't.
What?
He was using cane on her. And let me ask you. A child cannot just grow up one day and say, I want to go to club. Which means she must have been doing it before. She must have done it many times.
One thing leads to another thing.
Exactly. And I'm sure he must have wondered about it. Because you cannot just wake up one day and start flogging her for something.
Now if you are correcting her in the wrong way before, look at that miss of correcting her. Sit her down. Sit her down. Talk some senses into her head.
You know that's the thing.
Go show her only a machine.
You know that's the thing.
And at that moment, but the one pass all over line, don't worry. Nothing that you can tell at that moment that you are beating her and you are talking to her that is going to enter or stick up there.
That's the thing. The soft and the parents or guardians use on children. That's what gives them the right to just walk into.
Wait.
Okay. You might want to talk. Okay.
You both are right. Let me just give it to you. Like
I'm alright.
Just calm down. Kenny, calm down. Damilare, you too, calm down.
Okay,
let me start this way. You said he was trying to correct her.
Yes.
The Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. And there's this part in Yoruba that aya ọmọ kékeré ni wèrè dì sí, so it is Cain. But right now in Nigeria, You're not even allowed to do that, especially in schools. Now, when you were being flogged, if you look at people like us, like me now, a teacher cannot, or a government cannot even tell my mommy not to beat him because she has already done that. You know, she would have beaten you and still be telling you, Timba Mue. She will be beating you and she will be like, Timba, Timba. You know, she will be using that and Timba Mue, you know, that kind of thing. So that is the way I was brought up. But before we go into that, you said that is an abuse. Fine, it is an abuse because the man is using an iron on a lady and she can die in the process.
It was cane. The other one was a cane. Stick, I'm sure.
Cane, but it looked like an iron.
No, it was. I think the second one looked like it, but the one it was using on
What if you had used it before?
And the way he was stepping on her. Wait, calm down. I understand what you're trying to say. But still, there are some times that children will make you angry to the extent of wanting to strangle that child. So that if you don't have patience, if you are not patient enough, you cannot nurture a child. Because there are some things they will do that will be like, I'm okay now. Because in a scenario where you see a pastor's child, a child that came from a very good home, now seeing them doing something, you'll be like, Omolagbaja lele now. I know your father, I know your mother, they are not like this. And you see that kind of thing in their hand, you'll be so surprised. Yeah. So how did they get there? The first thing the Bible says that you should train up a child in the way it should go. The fact that a child comes from a Christian home or a good Muslim home does not mean the child will return to something good in future. It depends on how the parents invested in the life of their children. For example, a mother going to church. You are only known for going to church. You have a role you play in the church. But what are the roles you play in the life of your children?
What's your impact?
What is your impact? Because the society, there are a lot of things in the society to pick up. There are a lot of ideas, strange ideas that children can pick up. But the one you have given them from home, it is the one they will display out, that will stick. That's the first thing they will be familiar with. That's the first thing they will know. For example, you don't show them any love in a home where you just wake up. There's no morning devotion together. There's no time to you expect a child of 10 years not to know what is going on in the society. Are you joking?
Exactly, that's my point. That's my point. And this girl, she knows what she's doing.
You expect a 9-year-old child not to know what is going on in the society. Could you believe that at that time they are even sexually, as in they can react to things even before that age. I've seen a 6-year-old boy demanding for sex from a 24-year-old lady. 6-year-old boy. This is a true life story, I'm telling you. It happens that the family, they usually have maid in their house. And so when this lady came as a maid like that, so she was just doing her chores, and that boy, 6-year-old boy, came to meet her and was saying, "Can I touch you?" The lady was surprised that this boy is 6 years old.
Saying that kind of thing.
Saying that, then she now asks him, how did you come about this? Who taught you all of this? He said, he now mentioned the name of their former housemaid. That she was the one who was doing that with her. She was the one who would touch her like that. That kind of boy, 6-year-old boy. That is why parents when a child become a teenager, it will be so hard because at that time they can't control they can't control themselves again. But the only thing that can help them is what you have put inside them. Let them know things, expose them yourself. Let them feel love. If you train a child with hatred and just one boy outside is trying to lure that your daughter or your boy, the child will follow. Oh my, this person loves me. My mother doesn't even love me. My daddy doesn't. Or whereas They are just trying to lure that child. So, for that kind of 16-year-old girl, I don't know what they are. I'm not blaming the parent, but I think if you have trained them in the way they should go, why I suppose they be rotting there.
Exactly. And I know, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I believe that man, for him to be that angry, and for him to be doing that thing that he did to her, for him to do that thing he did to her, he must have sometime corrected her of that mistake.
And for that man too, let me come to that. See, there are different ways in which you can correct a girl of that age.
Yeah.
Because you cannot just be beating class girls. If you beat her too much, she will run away. We have many of them under the bridge in Oshodi. What is Sakurole? They will just say they are too harsh in that family. Yes. So they will just run away. You can. There are some children that you need to beat, but don't abuse them. That is too much because another person can see you abusing them, and in fact, an older person can lure that kind of child. Why is your brother abusing you like that? Come, let me do this, let me do that. And they will lure them and they will do what they are not supposed to do with them.
You see those people, you mentioned that those people that if they touch them like that, some of them get angry and they leave the house, they run away. Now, the question is, the bridge they are sleeping under, the life they are living, do they favor that life?
How would they?
Do they prefer that life?
As long as they are not under that
as long as
they are safe outside.
Wait. It's not as if they are saved. See, they are still children. They don't know what the parents know. They just want to be free.
Yes, now.
That is it. That is why you see a child of 13, 14 years doing Yahoo, want to buy.
Want to have his own money and
be alone.
Now, this thing goes a long way.
Wait. See, if you want to correct a child, you can beat. Let me use beat. Wait. That is what I'm trying to say. If you have beaten that, I'm sure that's not the first time.
I believe that's not the first time.
Since you have been beaten, use another technique. Call the child one-on-one. Let the child feel, I love you. It's not as if I don't love you, but these people, they will spoil your life.
They cry again.
Give them examples. Let them see. See, Ekomaro Wikbe, all these children, they don't listen. At some point, later, they will still think about it.
Let me give you an example. Years ago, there was this video that was trending online as well. There was this lady, a youth actually. She posted a video. She uploaded a video of herself on net. She was just wearing net. Nothing inside, no bra, nothing. She was just net. It was open. And she posted it online, everything. It went viral. And I believe her parents in the village, something like that, must have seen it. And somehow they invited the girl to their place back. And then when she got there, they disciplined this child. They flogged her. They naked this girl.
That's embarrassing.
No, wait.
You saw the video.
What do you call embarrassing? Putting on net and making video. What is that?
And for you to correct that,
What's the difference between? They were beating her.
So after she had been naked and they punished her with that nakedness.
Since then,
that would even give her more courage to even go back there because
the question is, since then, have you seen any video of that girl doing something like that?
Maybe you didn't see it, or you didn't post it online, but it should be.
Before that time, if you go to that girl page, if you had the chance to go to that girl's page, you will have seen other videos. It might not be as bad as the one they punished her for.
Exactly.
But there must have been other things here. She would have been posting.
The thing would have been growing. She must have been growing enough.
Hold on, please. Sorry. The thing is, your child has a phone. See, parents need to do some things about their social media knowledge. You need to monitor your children.
Children are smart.
No, they are smart. That is why.
They're not smart. I want you to exposed.
See, they are smart.
They are exposed.
Think like a child. You were once a child. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You were once a child. You were once like that. So you try to outsmart your parents. It's not as if you can outsmart them, but those parents just let you be. They are just folding their hands. They are not doing anything. But if you try to go ahead of them, think like them. There was a time my dad, I don't wear trousers before. I don't use earring. I don't do all of this before. So then my dad called me. He said, I want to move shokoto fun e. I was just like, why would my daddy want to buy trousers for me? Yes, he said, when we now got there, he now said, pick the one we went from Ijebu to Abeokuta. I followed him. So when we got to the market, he said, pick the one I said, me like shokoto, I don't want. He said, are you sure? Then he bought gown. He bought gown for me. So he tried to, maybe he wants to see me that maybe my parents will be angry. Maybe I'm pretending. Maybe I just don't want to do it. So he wanted me to. It was when I said no, I'm not. I don't want. Then he bought the gown for me. You need to think like them. Come down to their level. Don't think, maybe you are 16 years old, you can go now. No.
But if I must say, I'm sorry. Your time was different from now. The children of the children of these days can do. Like children of your own time can never do.
Wait. See, there's something that even if you are doing a business, you learned that business in 1991. And it is growing. You have to upgrade yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
Now the world is moving. You have children to nurture.
Yes.
Your own is not just to provide food and drink for them and send them to school.
Money.
All that and send them money. There are things that you need to to do. If it requires you learning, you can call somebody. Brother, can you come? Please, can you teach me about? You don't have to tell the person the reason why you are learning that thing. It is because you want to know what is going on in the life of your children. Because you don't know who they are chatting with, who is chatting with them, who is giving them ideas. You don't know what they are posting. There's a particular film I watched that there was a particular man who was chatting with that girl. And one way or the other, he sent an address that the girl should come and meet him, and he was trying to lure the lady, and later Sha kidnapped the girl. So they were now trying to investigate the case to know where the girl is. So they started searching WhatsApp, the popular social media, something. They could not find anything until somebody think out of the box and now say, okay, let's search the contact. Let's see the person that this girl messaged the most. Let's search so app. Let's see if so app is on our phone. It was when they now digged it was still on that her phone that they got to know where she was and who kidnapped her. So that is why you need to know all this. Some children don't chat on WhatsApp, not on Facebook. All the Snapchat, they use the Snapchat well. They use other social media, and that is hidden that you need to know about. Parents, for example, I am a doctor. My child is now in university. I also passed through that university before I become a doctor. And a lot of things happened while I was in school. Now I should know that much more will happen now in the time of social media. You don't just, you have nurtured them, you are with them when you don't just leave them. You know, some parents don't even know where their children are living immediately they get to school. They don't know, they don't want to know. So when your children or your child leave home, don't just leave that child. You can just go to school unannounced. Unannounced. You can just surprise the child in the morning. There was a time my dad, a week before he died, he came to my house. I was not around. I just finished washing clothes. And when he got home, he heard that they are kidnapping children from my school. So he was so scared. So he came to my house. He was even wearing wrong slippers. So as he just came, I went out. I went to church. And when he got to our house, my neighbors were like, Ruka, No. If she's not at home, if she's not inside, she'll be in church. It is either of the two. He was so happy hearing that they know where I can be. The neighbors, he didn't tell me he was coming, he did not call me, he has my number.
Every case is different. But in many cases, it's not like that. I'm coming in by coming a surprise.
But this is where I'm going. Wait, this is where I'm going. If there is something that is fishing in my life at that time, the neighbor will have said, they will just call him, sir, it's not as if there's no how. They will still, you will see their reaction. We don't know where she went. No. You will see something that you can hold on to if you are very sensitive.
Even their attitude.
Even their attitude. Okay. And some people cannot even hold. Our roommates then, we had an issue. I had to call her mom. So thing is happening. No, please, you have to call her to order. I called her mom. So don't just leave your children when they leave your space. You can always call them. You can even call them on phone. I have a teacher, my Yoruba teacher, God bless her. Anytime I call her when I was in school, anytime we talk, she will always say, Ogundayo, má gbàgbé Jésù. Yes, that is a message. She's passing a message. So as a parent, and I call my child, what's your money-to show? Má gbàgbé Ọlọ́run. Follow them.
When they are pretending, show them, surprise them.
I'm sorry.
Still on the issue of beating a child and abusing a child. Now, on our students now, in the educational aspect, the government has made it known to every teacher not to beat any student. No matter what they do, they don't beat any student. And for me, I believe it is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do now. Because when it's said and done, because this thing is at the stake of the teacher's life. If you beat any child in the school and the child faints or injures or dies, hey, who will they carry? Are you not going to carry? They will carry the teacher.
Well, it depends on
the life is at stake at that moment. If you don't beat any child, don't beat any child. As a teacher, go there, do your own job, collect them when necessary, talk to them, motivate them, correct them, educate verbally. You can just talk to them and be like, okay, don't do this, don't do that.
You see children bringing smokes to school. In what way do you correct these children verbally?
A moral talk. I will talk to them. More experience. I will speak to them. You don't put on the children not to bring smoke. So they'll bring something bigger than smoke in school.
Most of them won't.
I went to a public school.
And I went to a private school.
And people were being beaten. People were being beaten for bringing something to school. And then to the next day, they never stopped.
Why?
Because when you told them to stop bringing it, it's not the right way, I believe. And no one. Tomorrow they are bringing more words. Have you tried sitting them down or organizing a seminar for all of them? Show them images, instructional, objective instruction, show them those things, images, pictures, show them TV, let them watch things. How life have been affected by these things?
Do you think they don't have
that way?
Do you think they don't have people that they follow? You see children smoking. Do you think they don't have people that they think
whatever they follow is coming from, see, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Whatever they follow is from their house. As long as they're in this school, you are the teacher of that class, you are the boss, you are the one in charge. You know how to control your students. They are not animals. You can't keep using cane.
I'm sorry, man.
You can't keep using cane. To bá lọ lókè, tó bá lọ pọmọ lọ́mọ, your own o.
Thank you.
Yeah, you may.
Like you said you went to public school.
I went to public school and I'm proud to say that, yes.
And then in my school, the students, the shake, the tremble when they hear the sound of the HOD.
And that way, they don't learn. See, you can't teach a student in fear.
You're not allowing me to
talk. You can't teach, they never learn.
You're not allowing me to talk.
Teacher and boss, you make that.
I didn't interrupt you.
Oh yeah,
I'm allowing you to talk.
2 times 2, and I will scared. Wallah, I will not say anything. I'll be scared that if I miss this thing, you will beat me.
Let me talk.
I'll be scared that if I miss this thing, you will beat me. Take away the thing, I won't answer you.
Let me talk.
Oh yeah, talk.
You understand?
Oh yeah, talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, I said, students, they fear when they hear the HOD coming to the class.
They fear the king.
If they were making noise, they're not, it doesn't work with the king. Because you're going to tie back. And now, because you're going to tie back. It doesn't always come with the cane. He's just walking on his own. Maybe he's even going to class.
Okay.
Alright, now when he's coming, students are making noise. When one of them sees that HOD is on his way to this place, all of them scatter in the seat. What does that mean?
Does the HOD hold cane?
Whether he's holding cane or not, or maybe they just hear his voice, they scatter and they sit. But I'm not saying whether he's holding cane or not. When the student does things that requires Egba, one have to let back. You understand? Now when they hear him coming, when they joke, what does it mean? I want to start to joke. I will talk about the noise they were making before they stopped it. Why?
Because they know that if they don't stop and they catch
because they know that if they don't stop,
going to use skin on them.
He's going to use skin on them, and when he use skin on them,
when he comes there and he uses skin on them, once he leaves, what happens next?
I don't know. They sit down, they carry out.
Who carry book? We did it before. Once he comes and he beat them with the cane, and the moment he leaves the class, I bet sit with you, Larry, they will start another noise.
That's if they were able to fake it. But if he catches one,
what is fakery? What is fakery?
Like I said, they hear him coming on someone people. Now, if he walks in and he says that, okay,
that means the cane is not even stopping them from keeping quiet.
It's not stopping them. Now look at the people that came is not stopping from keeping quiet. Your friend Mabason.
That is sometimes talk about one no here. Oh God. If the one of God enter your brain.
You even mentioned something about if the teacher has 2 plus 2. If the teacher has the students 2 plus 2. While he's holding cane. Do you know that the same way this thing has affected many students, it has also helped many. I don't agree with that fact.
I don't agree with that fact.
Because you don't know it. Because you've not seen it. You've not seen it.
Let her talk. You can talk, man.
Alright, shit.
As I don't even know what to say, what. You both are right. Wait! Okay. You both are right.
I'm more right.
Now let me give you an example. I'm going to mention his name. That's my teacher, my Greek teacher. Mr. Onosoya. Mr. Onosoya knows. He knows how to use his cane right, but he doesn't abuse. He doesn't abuse with his cane. The thing is, give me your hand. If he wants to beat you, he doesn't beat you like you stole from him. Wait, hold on, please. There are different kind of ways to punish a child. That Mr. Onosoya, when he comes to class, he will teach you. He will teach. He knows how to teach very well, and he will teach you. Then when he come back the next day, he will tell you, "Read, oh." What did I say? Read. And he comes back the next time. He will just come. Good morning. He usually come after break when I was in Jesus 1. Immediately after break, because I don't want any cane, I will read overnight. Then during that break, I will just go to the canteen, buy whatever I want to buy, quickly come and come and do revision. Because when he comes, he will just say, what's a perennial crop? You, as he's saying you must just say, perennial crops, immediately. Because if you don't say, and it really helped me a lot. I can tell you that I will read, wait, hold on please. When he beats you, it doesn't beat. There are some teachers that I will not mention their name.
They will beat you like goats.
They will beat you like goats. You will be afraid of them that you.
I will not know again. I'm not beating you.
It's not just that they know how to beat. They don't know how to teach. I've seen one of my teachers in school. I will not mention her name.
But you know yourself.
She will just sit at a point. She will not. Oh God, there are two. What happened to be our? I will not. Don't let me mention.
I will not forgive
because if I mention now, social media, you understand. So, the first one will come to class. She will just make call throughout. Imagine. When it's about 10 or 15 minutes to leave, she will now be teaching, and it is mathematics.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I will not mention.
Yeah,
It was actually when I was in junior school, and after that we all failed woefully, and he will now invite other teachers to come and beat us. That is punishing in a wrong way. But this man, Mr. Onosoya, he will teach you. He will not miss his period. He will teach you. And there's another teacher, Mr. Anyon, we call it Papa Anyon. He doesn't beat. My Yoruba, both my junior school and second, they don't beat. But they teach you. But they also have this respect. There's a way, I told you that my Yoruba teacher will call me and say, Ogundairo, má gbàgbé Jésù. When I wanted to do my WAEC, the woman stood by the window and she was like, Ogundairo, you know you are a child of God and you have read. You will pass, so you don't have to cheat. She was there. Every word, she's you will see that love. She cares. So as a teacher now, the government said you should not beat. You cannot scrap cane totally. Let me use it that way, because there are some children that won't need the eggman. We have children like goats but that means you should now abuse them. But before you now beat, let them know that before you now beat. Not that you can just tell a child, give me your hand and beat 2 kids.
So people about to die, you don't touch them. So even at the rate of the teacher, you touch a child and anything happens, you are going to jail for it. And you don't have to take that risk.
There are some teachers that will beat you when you do something that is wrong. And you yourself, you know that beating has an impact in your life. You understand? You might, at some point, the pain might not pain, the cane might not enter your body again, no, only might do it more. But you yourself, you know, my mom used to do like, for instance, when I was younger, my mom, I used to have issues with my mom, with quarrel, she would flog me, do this, and over time, I got stronger, and whenever she beats me, it doesn't really pain me that much. But look at me, those things I used to do before, I don't do it again. And I like what I am. Now, if she had not done that thing, I would not have done something like this.
You were a child.
In fact, I feel so proud.
You were a child that time, okay?
No, I'm still on it. I feel so proud when I see myself and see the way I.
You can't compare.
That's because she beat me.
You can't compare. Right now.
Like, you see, those teachers then, you cannot say teachers to stop beating students. Automatically, the way you cannot beat your own child at home, don't beat other people's children like that.
Anybody's child. To bá dẹ̀ faint.
Ṣé wọ́n bá tó ti jẹ́ ní tí wọ́n faint?
You're gonna beat àwọn ìyá.
Even those ones that are doing wọ́n faint ọkọ̀ ṣe bí kò wọ́n kì í yàgbé ni. Wọ́n faint.
I believe the government just wants the betterment for both
teachers and
students. For real.
This government now telling us not to beat our children, especially in school. There are advantages to it.
Yes. More advantage actually.
Because now many teachers don't want to. As in, they don't even want to get involved in any child again, because even children, they know that whatever they do, in fact, they can bring anything to school, introduce anything in school right now. Teachers cannot beat them. But I think there are more ways for a devoted teacher that love children, that doesn't want them to perish, no matter the policy that government introduce. There is a way you go after the life of children that you truly love.
Yeah, what way is that?
You can see.
You talk to them.
Be their friend.
Be that counselor, that guide them.
When I was in school, there's this guy. He has repeated that SS1 4 times, as in 4 years. His dad happened to be our PTA chairman, and his dad said, if he's not doing well, continue let him repeat that class until he has sense. So I became the silence officer of my class then. He would disturb the class, he would do this, he would do that. They would beat him, he would still make noise. He would come and meet me and be like, you write my name. I senior you. I'll be like, if you make noise again, I will write your name 100 times. They keep on beating him. But there was a day I went, he was making noise. And I told him, I was like, Agbayanie. Your younger sister met you in this class, left you in this class, and you are still in SS1. Now that means we have been in SS1 before we got to JSS1. So we will meet you here and still leave you. That means you don't have sense. Do you know what happened that day after class? The guy came, he prostrated to me. He said he's sorry. Then he could not read, he could not do other things. Then he said, can I start teaching him, doing so that we can... Let me tell you something. We graduated together. Yeah. We finished that class together. It changed his life. It became gentle. You will get to class, you will not even hear him make noise.
Can you see?
See, that is how you can go after the life of a child. If you talk to them, talk. There are some that need. There are some parents that they know that mom mi ba fi le lu egba mo ti ṣete.
Yeah.
No, tó bá fi le lu egba mo ti ṣete, because they will tell you last warning. I am warning you, and let them know you for your word that mo mean. Yeah. So we cannot totally eradicate cane because there are some that need it, but we should not abuse.
100. Simple and sweet.
I just want to make this clear. You talking to children works for some,
for a lot.
But you beating children works for most. That's just the difference.
You need to show them love. Even if you want to beat them, you don't just beat everything. Beat that. And talk to them for a moment. Let them see.
It's what? See, that's where you are coming from.
Okay, let
me come to. Let me learn.
You have to let me make this point.
And let me learn.
Let me learn. You have to make
why get down? Because of you, I like talking about you first.
Talking to children works for some.
Okay.
Why beating works for most?
No.
Do you want to talk to children that are putting their gate man inside a tank and locking the man there?
So the man no want to stop.
If you talk to them, they might stop.
They will stop.
They will stop.
They will stop.
That is killing. Even if they go for therapy, to get that thing out of their mind will be hard.
That is to help.
It will help, but to get it out of their mind.
But it will stop them from doing such again.
You cannot always say beating is the best way to train up.
But we are pleased that
my teacher, I will mention him, say Mr. Narrow, and also our youth pastor then. He will say whenever he has 2 years and a year old boys then. So he said they were still very young. You cannot talk to them, but there are some things they will do at that moment that you need to correct them so that they don't trouble or grow up with it. So whenever the child defecated in a wrong place, maybe somewhere, he will carry that child to that place. He will say, see, it's not good, don't do it again. We just use his 2 hands, pam, pam. So another time, he will talk to her, I told you not to do that again. See, the child already know that, oh, I'm not going to do. So that even the young ones, the small kids, Tiffany in church, there was a day, Tiffany wanted to take money from our mom's purse, and I was just doing like this, don't. I was sitting where I was just, don't. She looked at me and she was like, okay, she will go. She will come back. I will just say, I didn't go there. I didn't leave my spot. I didn't beat her.
Oh God.
Not every time.
You know what she did? She wanted to take it, but she didn't take it. And then she's still a baby. She's still a baby. You cannot drag that.
If you have your own children, see, it will turn to a thread. Every little thing.
I'm not saying
There are some children that they don't even beat them at all.
Don't forget what
and they are well mannered.
Don't forget what you were talking about.
Well,
You were the one that brought that topic. You said the government said we should eradicate the beating of children.
Yeah.
But I am saying that you eradicated, that means you should remove it, that complete removal of that action. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying you cannot talk to them. You see, it's not, you don't get the point.
we shall proceed next session.
It's simple. It's simple. You understand? It's simple. You're saying the government said they should eradicate, that means stop it. Right? And I'm saying you removing it is bad. You can talk to children, they will listen. Some. You can beat them, they will listen. You can talk to children, they will not listen. And you can also beat, and they won't listen. You need to balance these things. Now you removing one, you're putting these children at great risk.
Okay, after all said and done, like our woman here has said, our guest has said, she make it sweet and very, very easy for us. Beating and speaking to children, they go both ways. There are some they need the talk, while some they need the beating. So in every case that is needed, just apply it, and please do not abuse it in whichever way, because even spoken words can be abused.
Yes.
If you say something to some people, they'll just be depressed and they'll go and commit one or two things. So let's be careful in whatever we do in handling our children or other people's children. And that was all on this session on Talk Your Talk. So my humble self, Omokende, Damilari, and our guest, our beautiful guest,
Adetutu.
Princess. She's princess of
So make sure to follow us on our social platforms.
like,
YouTube,
comment.
Facebook, TikTok.
We have TikTok too now.
Yep. So make sure to like, comment,
share, save,
follow,
screenshot,
subscribe.
notification.
Screen record.
Well,
And show to your children and teachers.
Thank you so much. Catch us in the next show.